Birkett here with Shawn Windsor after a tough loss.
Why are we always
for the
smiling
Lions.
after
I know,
this? We don't want to smile. We feel sorry for you. Not that we feel sorry, but it's just tough. We have some empathy.
It's the same thing.
It is.
It really is the same thing
Year
over
after
and
year.
over that we keep going through this. The defense can't stop anyone. Today it was, the Lions. Look, an offensive game. They were trading blows for most of the game. They get down 4th-and-goal to 1, 8 seconds left, and I don't quite understand the play that they ran. They throw their jumbo formation out there, throw a pass to Logan Thomas. Look, I think there are a lot of things wrong. I don't know that there's one person to blame for this, but the two most disappointing things to me, one, that play call at the end, and two, this defense. It's the same issues over and over.
Which probably leads to the one person that you're not talking about.
Well,
right?
Matt Patricia.
Who said after the game, it starts with him. He says that every week, obviously, and you and I were talking about that a little bit earlier. If he keeps saying that, he might wish that into reality when he says it starts with coaching. I need to do better. I need to coach them up. The players only know what I can teach them, and maybe I need to not rethink, but at least reconsider some of the ways in which he's teaching them.
Yeah, it's look, I mean, like you said, you when you say it long enough, people start to believe it, and maybe it becomes a new coach. And I don't know that that's the path the Lions are headed down right now. I mean, 3-4-1, they're still around 500. There's still half a season to go. I wouldn't say any of that. And he's doing what good coaches do, right? The blame's on me. The blame's on me. Don't point at these guys. It's on me. It's up to me. But look, I mean,
it is on him. It should be on him. That defense it's not been from what the defense we saw a year ago, at least down the stretch last year.
Not the same.
Not anywhere near the same.
No.
Meanwhile, Matthew Stafford's playing as good as he's played in years.
Yep.
And he's got nice receivers around him. He's got a promising young tight end who may or may not have another.
It's trouble. I put
concussion,
him. Yep.
Right? I mean, you hate to say that, but in any case, they're plenty good enough offensively to be a playoff team this year. And Stafford's playing
Stafford is on pace to throw for 5,000 yards almost. 24.99 he's at the halfway mark here. So
every game we watch, he makes 5-6 balls. You're like, wow, right? I mean, it did lead to a touchdown, lead to a big first down. We saw several of those today. But that defense again.
They're getting really good production out of Kenny Galladay, really good production out of Marvin Jones, but they can't run the ball.
Amendola when they need him.
Run.
Right.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's maddening that it's the same problems over and over and over. And you said it. Look, the first half of last year they were not good defensively. Then they get Damon Harrison and things get fixed. I mean, they were a good run defense down the stretch.
But
and they were winning in different ways. They were winning in different ways, and I wonder if that was part of it, right? Like the way they were playing offensively, they were trying to speed games up. I mean, maybe. And they had to do that because they lacked some weapons on offense, but maybe that's why the defense looked so good too.
Well,
they were playing different.
Maybe they were fitting it a little bit differently. I don't know. The linebacker play hasn't been great. The defensive
front seven.
No, they haven't been anywhere near the same. Even the backfield has struggled a bit. I know they've had some injuries back there, but look, you're right. They can't stop the run. They can't get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek Carr today had all afternoon, right? He was pitching a 10 back there.
Absolutely. One sack. Trey Flowers is a big sack at the end, but outside of that, they didn't get any pressure on him, really. And look, Matthew Stafford didn't have a lot of pressure. I mean, it's not like, he was under fire, but the Lions didn't get a lot of push in the run game. So
the Raiders blitzed a few times, tried to come around the edge and flushed him. To his credit, he made some plays on the run. A couple of brilliant throws on the run.
All right, let's talk about the last play here. John, I don't know if he's joking around when he says we have the best job in the world or what. Seems like maybe a Lions fan is taking a little shot.
Hanging out with you is the best job in the world, right?
True. I mean, all right. So, but what did you think of the last play? I mean, look, they get down to the 1 yard line again. There's 8 seconds left. 4th-and-goal from the 1. They need to get in. The Lions send their jumbo offense out on the field. They don't have Galladay on the field. They don't have Marvin Jones. They don't have Danny Amendola. They don't have Hockenson because he's in the blue tent getting looked at for a concussion. So it's Jesse James, Logan Thomas, Nick Bawden, Ty Johnson, and a 6th offensive lineman, Terrell Crosby. I don't think you have as much of a problem with it as I do. But I don't quite understand why you go down swinging with not your best players.
Well, okay, when they kicked the field goal, was it the series before or 2 series before, whatever, when they got stopped, they had a 1st-and-goal from the 8, and they got down to, the 5 or 4? I can't remember. It escapes me.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, they ran actually a similar
Stafford missed the throw in that series, right?
He did, but
McKissick open, and he missed it.
Yeah, he did. Was that same series? Anyway, on they had a similar thing, but they reversed it on 3rd down. They did have those guys on the field, Galladay and Jones, etc., and there was nothing. Galladay, to me, is not Calvin Johnson. He's not going to go out in the corner. And you're not throwing a jump ball to him. It's not the same thing. A colleague of ours was arguing earlier, hey, it's a 50-50 chance with Galladay. If the coaches thought it was a 50-50 chance, the Galladay would have been on the field.
I think it's better than a 50-50
You
chance.
think so?
With Galladay.
But he hasn't shown that.
He's a physical receiver.
Yeah,
It's
coming
not
from
like-
from the 15 or the 20 or the 25, he's better when there's a little bit more space. It is hard.
Okay, you'd
You're
rather
at the
throw a
1
ball
yard line.
to Logan Thomas in that situation than Kenny Galladay?
Actually, was there a little bit. I mean, the guy made a
But
good
he didn't
play.
catch it. He didn't catch it.
No, he didn't. The guy
Right,
made a
you're
good
throwing your
play,
third
and
tight end instead of your number
and the
one
ball
receiver.
wasn't perfect. I mean, you're right. The margin for error is thin. Maybe they're trying a little misdirection because they know what are you going to do in a slot guy on Amendola in the end zone? He's not scoring in the end zone. I mean, Marvin Jones maybe.
I would rather go down swing with my best players. A. B. I just think in a situation like that, you need to spread the field a little bit. Like your run game, you're not running the ball. No one's
for sure.
respecting your run there. You know, even if you run the play fake, I understand why you do that on the goal line. Stafford turns his back, all of a sudden he's got Cleveland Farrell rushing in his
Exactly,
face.
they didn't have any time.
So I don't like the options that they had there. Really, Logan Thomas. I mean, Jesse James didn't really get off the line of scrimmage there, so you don't really have any options there, and you're forced to throw off your back foot to your number 3 tight end. I just don't like that.
I agree with you in the sense that their play didn't work. So, and Galladay and Jones are your best 2 weapons out there.
Yeah.
So I understand it from that. But, they tried it the series before, and they got nothing
And
out
Patricia
of it.
said
So
that.
there's no guarantee that would have worked.
No, you're right. I mean, and Patricia said that in his explanation after the game that, you have to look at what we did with that package on the field before. So he sort of hinted at that. But I think I like my chances there. Look, there was one comment that scrolled off the screen just, talking about Bevel being a joke. And I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
Bevel being a joke.
You can see the top of it right there.
Bevel has unleashed Stafford.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, a joke.
I think you can say this was a bad play call, and I put him on my stock down list solely for that play call. But
It's not as bad as what he did in Seattle, right? When he called for the slant pass.
Caught some flack there.
But he also won a Super Bowl now, admittedly, with a really good defense.
Yeah, exactly. I totally didn't draw.
He's a Super Bowl winning coordinator, and obviously that defense was awesome in Seattle. I don't want to get too sidetracked with that, but Bevel is not a joke.
No. That's what I was going to say.
This is the best they've looked in a couple of years
Bevel
offensively.
has done a really good job with Matthew Stafford and the offense, so I would not go that far. But I think you can be critical of the situation of the call and still respect what the man has done this year. And Joel on here says, "Can we get Jim Caldwell back?" Look, I don't think that's the answer either. I don't think anyone wants a 9-7 team, right? A 500 team. That's not what the goal is.
I think they'd take that now.
Take it over a 3-4-1 team, but that's not what the goal is. The goal isn't to 9-7 and just kind of squeak into the playoffs every other year. That's not what you want. That's not what Matt Patricia wants. That's not what Martha Ford wants. That's not what Matthew Stafford wants. That's not what we want.
No, we'll be in Chicago next week. We'll probably talk about this more a little bit, but are the playoffs done? I mean, mathematically, I know they're not. I wrote about that for my Monday column. They have to go 7-1. Think about it this way: to get the 10 wins,
minimum
to go to 10-5-1, and you look at it. Green Bay's already got 7. I mean, they're not going to win the division. The division's gone.
Yeah,
but wild card
San
even
Francisco. Look, they might need 9 wins with 8 games left to make the playoffs at this point. I mean, I just think the NFC is that good, that deep, and look, Chicago's not going to be. The Bears aren't very good.
No, but they can defend a little bit, and it's on the road.
It's there.
Exactly, I wrote that.
And then you come home and you play the Dallas Cowboys, who they've gotten a little healthy here lately, and they've looked like the Dallas Cowboys.
They have. This is what I'll say about the Cowboys. It's not just the Cowboys. The Lions every year beat somebody who's got an iconic helmet or something. Last year was the Patriots.
Yeah.
Every year, they're good for one of these wins. So maybe it's the Cowboys.
I'm going to say no because they have a running back on their team named Ezekiel Elliott, who what we've seen from Josh Jacobs, what we saw in Green Bay, what we've seen every week basically.
They gave up 400 and some yards today to Oakland, 170 on the ground, whatever, and they were still they had a chance to win. So they could do it against Dallas. I guess it'll be home. The crowd. Will there be a crowd there if they lose to Chicago next week? No, there will be.
Yeah,
you guys can't help it. And that's fine.
You know what? They'll come they'll boo when the Lions punt before the halftime and they don't go for 4th down. But it is because they are a maddening team right now. Just to be 3-4-1 and in the spot that they're in, having played so many close games.
Because you can and whatever else you say, the NFL, yes, it does come down to a few plays. It's a cliche. They talk about it after every game. They're not making those few plays. How do they make those few plays? I don't know. But they do show flashes. I agree with Patricia, who said this after the game.
Yeah.
They show flashes of pretty good football, right? And then they show bad flashes, and it's trying to just flip that ratio.
Well, that's why they're in the situation they are right now. 3-4-1 at the season's midpoint. Decidedly mediocre in a pretty good NFC. It looks like they're going nowhere again, at least not to the playoffs. We'll see if they can get this thing straightened out. But playoffs are a long, long way away for now. That'll do it from us out here in Oakland. Again, the Raiders 31, the Lions 24. close game, kick in the gut again. For Shawn Windsor, I'm Dave Birkett for Duck Hunt.